But yeah, Hotel Cafe, the little stage is fucking awesome though.
It was a great room. It was my first time there.
Yeah, it's a conducive room to stand up.
Yeah.
A lot of people have to stand, which isn't the best part, you know. Mm-hmm. And yeah,
that was a great room. First time there, I was really proud of my set. I only cursed once, and it was on a riff, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You have to clean.
I like to keep the finished jokes clean.
You're like kind of clean, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like about. I really like your writing and that you're clean. I like clean comedy.
Yeah, so do I. I like all comedy.
Yeah, I like all comedy, and I'm not a clean comic.
No, you're not.
But I revere clean comedy.
See, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a clean comic. That's funny. I've gotten this from many other people. I'm not like a clean comic, but by the time the joke is finished, I'd like it to be like almost 95% clean. Unless a swear word is necessary, which oftentimes it's not, which I feel like
I know,
people
but there's
don't
such a
understand
temptation because it's clean. Like it doesn't have to swear, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you don't.
But you just add the word.
That's right.
Because it just makes it funnier.
Yeah.
I'll do that a lot when I'm trying to like suss out new jokes.
All the time.
I'll throw a couple motherfucker in this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Throw,
Just turn into a black guy.
yeah, basically.
You motherfucker. Yeah, dude.
Because it punches it up, like the swear word. It punches up a little bit.
Well,
but
the
yeah.
word "fuck" is hilarious because it's like consonants, you know, F-U-C-K. It's like it's got like a punch to it.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And then like somebody said that the punchline should have more consonants than vowels or something because
Really?
it hits harder. Like it's a more subtle, like abrupt end, which just makes you laugh. You know.
Yeah.
So "fuck" is a great word to use in stand up.
It's almost
is
like a
great.
cheat code, especially when you're trying to figure out something new.
Yeah.
You can get away with a lot just throwing like a little this fucking guy like that.
Yeah, but don't you find shit? Yeah, and then you end up just saying it so much, and you sound like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. No, when I'm doing like new material, if I'm doing some new jokes and I don't know where they're gonna be, I'm throwing shitting. I was shitting and fucking thing.
Yeah.
The fuck is that?
Yeah.
The fuck is up with that?
But the final product, you
Yeah.
should be able to like shave those down into just the thought.
Completely. A completed joke shouldn't be littered with swears. I feel like.
Yeah.
Just personally, but and I like to try to find the workarounds. Also, I'm talking about like silly things.
Yeah, because you guys are kind of different in that way. Like you're more of like, and I don't know if you consider yourself this, but you like you kind of roast people. I think we talked about this briefly. Like you don't roast like you're not like a roast comic, but your observations are you're displeased with someone.
Yeah, that's a through line to a lot of my material. Is
Yeah,
I find
like, what the fuck? This is shit.
I find something very upsetting, and then
Yeah.
I need to tell strangers to not
Yeah.
blow my brains out at
Yeah,
night.
you are roasting like a person that you saw earlier.
Yeah.
They're not in the room, but you're roasting them.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
you're
you're like,
roasting
"This idiot."
like a item. And
Yeah.
you're like, what idiot made this thing?
You guys are both observational and very. You could be clean. I mean, you're both kind of clean.
Yeah, but a lot.
he's more silly in like.
Yeah.
He's not like going, "This guy sucks," you know.
No, I'm going more my silly dumb thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff I write about is just stuff I'll like encounter throughout the week that just enrages me. It makes me so upset. I'm like, other people need to hear about this. And then they're never as upset as I am. And I'm like, fuck, I bombed.
Well, the Ferrari bit. I don't know if you guys talk about bits on your podcast.
yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
But yeah, it's like fucking cut and dry Hayden Wyckoff.
Well, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Making fun of what an idiot.
I saw that dude. He came in again with
The
the same
punchline
shoes.
was-
I didn't even tell you guys.
I want to know the thought process behind that purchase, right?
Yeah.
That's what you say?
Yeah. It's just fuck. I'm not gonna explain the whole bit, but it's just little stuff like that. Like I was doing cable crunches next to this guy. I just look over, Ferrari shoes, and I was like, what?
What an idiot.
What an idiot! What
Yeah.
sound mind individual would make that
What's
purchase?
he wearing on his chest? Like, what's his...
I was so hyper focused on the shoes,
didn't
I
even
didn't.
notice.
I didn't even check the rest of the outfit.
could have been
No.
shirtless.
Yeah, he could have been completely naked. I would have been like, "What are those, dude?
Yeah, you're
What's
not,
that?"
Not mad about being naked, mad about the shoes.
Yeah. It's the shoes.
That's great.
But yeah, my favorite comic is Norm Macdonald.
Yeah. He's
Rip
up
in
there.
peace.
And he has that one joke where he's like, my grandma had like a big bruise on her arm, like a big orange, blue, green bruise, you know? And then I was like, Grandma, what happened? What happened to you? She goes, the wind. which seems
Yeah.
like Ryan.
It's a great joke. He's in my top 3.
Yeah,
top 3.
yeah. Which is, it seems like that's kind of similar to your, and
Yeah.
that's kind of where I got my joke writing from too.
Who would you say your top 3?
He's
comics
number
are?
1, and then
Number 1,
oh,
nice.
it's so difficult. Oh my goodness gracious, it's so difficult.
It is difficult.
I guess Louis C.K. has to be in the top 3,
Yep.
and then honestly, like, everybody hates him, but Seinfeld.
Bill Cosby.
Oh.
Yeah, Seinfeld. Sorry.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah. No, him too. Yeah, everyone hates him for different reasons.
People just don't think he's funny, but the guy's the guy's a fucking pro.
Yeah. I never understood the hate towards him.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know. I think they don't like Bill Cosby like the guy. Not Bill Cosby. Sorry. It's,
Bill Cosby, the guy.
I was
Jerry Seinfeld.
I wonder why.
I don't think they like Jerry Seinfeld, the guy, just because like he comes off as very like
He's
cold.
prickly, yeah.
Yeah. But it's like that's what happens when you've been on top for 4 decades.
When you're
in a
worth
row.
$1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Louis is there, not only for his stand-up, but for all his behind the
are
scenes.
we talking about top 3 or
Yeah.
top 3 influence in our writing?
And influence on yourself?
Yeah, it would probably be the 3 I named.
Yeah. I'm a Norm
Yeah.
is 3, Louis 2, Brian Regan's number 1.
Really, you're a Regan guy.
Love him.
Yeah.
I love Brian Regan.
But you're so much more controlled than he is on stage.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet.
No, I think it's good how you. Well, Regan. I don't know. I've tried.
He's an animal.
I've tried with Regan because he was Norm's favorite guy.
Yeah.
And
He's
then-
most people's favorite guy.
You think so?
Absolutely.
He's clean, which is wonderful,
Mm-hmm.
and he's made me laugh at some bits I thought were great. Like he has like a cannonball bit.
Yeah.
Where it's like, and then they just put like ointment on it or
Mm-hmm.
something, and it's so fucking funny. But overall, sometimes it's just so cartoony and
Yeah.
kiddie that I'm like, I kind of like lose.
I eat it up. I love it. It's so silly. It's so silly the things he talks about and the anger behind it.
He's an act out comic.
He is very
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
But you can tell if you look past what he's saying, you can tell like he is so there. You can see anger there. He is upset but he's saying it in a silly
It
way.
is funny.
Yeah.
No, that guy's awesome. Like,
This is gonna come to no surprise to anyone. My favorite comic of all time is Bill Burr. Just because he was the first guy to ever like see him as angry as I felt all the time.
It is you,
And, like,
it is you,
Express it, and it's weird. I try it like you can't. The first like 6 months I spent in comedy was just me doing a bad impersonation of Bill Burr. It was just going up there and a fucking other thing. And then over time I had to kind of figure out how to like, all right, I got to do something separate. Like you can still keep that lane, you can still be upset about stuff, but like you got to make it your own.
yeah.
And that was difficult. I'll tell you a guy that he's not a comic, he's not a stand up, but someone that like influenced like the way that I go through comedy a lot was Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
Like we grew up watching Family Guy, American Dad, and like that. I don't know what to call that, but like that, whatever that like style of humor was, cemented itself like very early on in our lives, and it still has. And now he's got that new TED show that's crushing it.
Yeah.
Kind of contrasting people there.
Yeah, a little
Like
bit.
you're Seth and Bill Burr.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
The super chill weed guy, and then also the guy who just has unprocessed.
Yeah,
electrons.
look, it's not a perfect list, but
No, Seth was a big influence, man. I remember when, we would. Family Guy came out. We'd sit there every week, watch the episodes. We loved he's just so funny, dude.
Yeah.
And then our father liked Don Rickles a lot.
oh
my
yeah,
gosh,
dude.
Yeah.
A lot of Don Rickles in
How
the
about
house.
Dangerfield?
Yeah, not so much so. I mean, I know we have a.
Yeah.
He's right.
The people can't see this.
Dangerfield is fucking goated.
He's great, but it wasn't. I found him later,
Yeah.
But man, he's funny, dude.
Dude, he's so good.
Every now and then, if I know I have like the next day off work and I get like a couple too many drinks in me, I'll hop on YouTube and be like, fucking Don Rickles compilation,
Really, yeah.
and just watch him like roast President Reagan, all
So
his spots on Johnny Carson. It's a cool rabbit hole to go down, and then it's like 3
I haven't
a.m.
done that one with Rickles.
Yeah,
no,
you should. It's
it's
really
a
good.
rabbit hole.
Yeah.
He had this one joke. He pointed at a black man, and he said, "You sir, are you black?" I took a guess. Great.
There you go.
I took a guess.
Yeah.
There's this one that's been making the rounds on like Instagram recently. It's like the Oscars, the Golden Globes or something. It was kind of recent. It was like right before he died, and he was talking about how he's neighbors with Julia Roberts. And he's like, I live 3 houses down from Julia Roberts, and then Julia tries to pipe in. She goes, actually, it's actually less than 2 houses, and he just goes, you don't have any lines, just smile, sweetie.
Great. He's so good, dude. One of the guys that he's not newer, but I've been getting really into is Joe List.
Yeah, he's a beast. I love him.
He's really funny, man.
Writing is great.
Yeah, very funny.
Him and Sam Morril are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Sam Morril.
Yeah.
You listen to We Might Be Drunk at all?
No. Is that their pod?
Yeah. It's We Might Be Drunk, not
Is that
We
with
Might Be
Norman?
Drunk at all. Yeah, Mark Norman and Sam
That's
Morril.
crazy. I have to listen to it.
Yeah, dude,
And then-
it's one of my favorites.
Mark Norman and Joe List have a podcast called Tuesdays with Stories.
Damn.
And they're over 600 episodes, I think.
Well, Norman is one of my favorites right now.
Right on.
Like my two favorite right now. It's kind of weird, but it's Theo and Norman.
Very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love them both. And then comes like, Gillis and all the guys everybody loves. But Theo right now is the comedian that I can get on YouTube and just be like, who's going to make me laugh the most?
Yeah.
On like a YouTube short or something. I think he has like the highest like odds are I'm going to laugh my ass off with Theo.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Every time I think I've heard the wildest sentence from Theo Vaughn, he's like, "Man, we had this guy back. He was half dog, half man."
It's
back in
already
Louisiana."
funny.
Yeah, and you're like, "Whoa, dude, what the hell?"
He's like, he has one about maps where he's like, maps are so boring now. Like, it's like there's like a plateau. I don't want to know where a plateau is. Like, tell me where there's like the highest likelihood where I can see twins. Like, wouldn't that be helpful?
Twins.
Like a tributary. I don't know a tributary. Where's Little Terry? Like all this shit.
I just saw a clip on Instagram. He had I think it was Nikki Glazer on his podcast, and I forget what the subject was, but it starts out. She goes, "Look, if I don't want a dick in my mouth, it's not going in there." He's like, "I've been saying that my whole life, brother."
Dude, the guy is underrated, bro. He's a fucking awesome comic.
And you almost can't tell if he's fucking around or being serious.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
come on, you know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
but
he knows.
he's so good at disguising it.
Yeah.